Welcome and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you my experiences regarding the COVID-19 vaccine. I'm also going to be sharing with you how you can go about taking the vaccine if that is something you're interested in doing. When the COVID-19 vaccine started, I never thought it was something I was going to do. I even said to myself that no matter what happens, I'm not going to take the COVID-19 vaccine. Considering the situation at the moment, if you do not have the green pass from taking the COVID-19 vaccine, you are not allowed into most of the public places, and you're not even allowed to travel from one region to another region. I was willing to not go to those public places just so I could avoid the vaccine, but my employer started to pressure me that I have to take the vaccine, otherwise I'm going to lose my job. Considering the financial situation I'm in at the moment, I really can't live without my job. And also being that I plan on moving from my current region to another region, I had to take the vaccine. I live in a very small community of about 2,000 people. What they do here, if you want to take the vaccine, you take your identity card, which is carta di identità, and your hospital card that codici fiscali. So you take those two, you go to the local pharmacy and book an appointment to take the COVID-19 vaccine. I was very busy. I had to give my colleague those documents to help me book an appointment so I could go and take the vaccine. But for some reason, they said I should go directly without an appointment to the COVID-19 vaccine center. I believe the reason for that is because it's belong the COVID-19 vaccine started. A lot of people have taken the vaccine, and at this moment there is not a lot of queue in the COVID-19 vaccine center. If you're interested in taking the vaccine, just try and inquire around the community where you live in. You can go to the local pharmacy to inquire, and they will direct you and give you some information on what you can do if you do not know where to go. I've never been in support of the COVID-19 and anything that has to do with the COVID-19 vaccine. I was very worried and nervous, so I had to ask someone to go with me, and this person was very supportive throughout the entire process. So if you're afraid, you're scared, or you don't want to go alone, you can ask your significant other or your friend to go with you. When I got there, the first thing, they gave me a form to fill. The form is printed in Italian. It is okay if you do not understand the Italian language or if you do not know how to write, because the people there at the COVID-19 center are there to help you. When you get there, you are going to have to present your carta di identità and your codice fiscale. After that, they measured my temperature and told me to sit down for a bit. My temperature was high because I was very nervous. After a few minutes, they came back and measured my temperature again. They told me it was okay to go in. So after taking your temperature, they are going to direct you to meet and speak with the doctor. When I met with the doctor, he asked me some questions like if I was on medication, if I had any health-related issues, if I had used antibiotics in the past few days, if I was on drugs, if I was pregnant at the moment or planning to get pregnant at the moment, among some other questions. After completing the consultation section with the doctor, he directed me to the booth behind him to go and meet the nurse that was going to give me the vaccine. Like I said earlier, my friend was with me. We went into the booth together. When I got there, the nurse told me to sit down. He asked me on which of my arms I was going to take the vaccine. So I told her I was going to take the vaccine on my left hand. In the spot with the cotton bud, you know how they do when you want to take injection. So she just puts the vaccine. I did scream a bit, but it didn't hurt too much. After the vaccine, the nurse told us not to leave immediately, that I have to sit down for about 15 minutes before I go home. On my way coming back home, I started to feel tired, and also I had a very strong head. I took Oki. It's a certain type of painkiller. I took the Oki, I slept to the next day, and when I woke up, the headache was gone. The spot on which I took the vaccine was swollen and it started to hurt. So I put some ice on it. I work at a job that requires me to be very active. So 2 days later, when I went back to work, I discovered that my energy level had dropped from 100 to a 50. I was constantly tired and nauseous occasionally. I even had cough. I don't know if it's as a result of the vaccine, because from the beginning I never agreed with anything that had to do with the COVID-19. So I don't know if it was my mind that was playing tricks on me, or if it was the COVID vaccine that I took that did all that to me. Because whether you believe it or not, everything that happens in our reality is controlled by our minds. After about 2 weeks, everything started to come back to normal. I was no longer too tired. My energy level was gradually coming back. I was feeling less and less nauseous. After about 3 weeks, I completely recovered from all those symptoms I was experiencing. They gave me a 30-day period to come back. So when I went there for the second time, they also gave me another form to fill. They measured my temperature again like the first time. Then they asked me to go and consult with a doctor like they did the first time, and I explained to him everything that happened to me. So I asked him, this second dose, is it going to be better, or is it going to give me more troubles? Then he told me not to worry, that at the end of the day that everything is going to be fine. So after the second dose, they told me to sit down and get 15 minutes like they did it the first time. Before I got home that very day, I didn't feel any headache like I had the first time, and I was totally fine. This morning I woke up very energized. My energy level was very high, and I remember saying to myself, I said, wow, whatever is in this second dose of vaccine, thank you. Because I could remember how I felt the next morning after taking the first dose. It was like I had something good released into me. I didn't feel nauseous after the second dose. I didn't have any headache. I didn't feel tired at all. If you have taken the vaccine and you have the same experience or a different experience, please leave a comment down below. Let's discuss it. I'd love to discuss it further with you down there. I'll actually like to know how you all felt when you took the vaccine. If you'd like to see more content from me, please subscribe. And if you'd like to see my first video regarding the COVID-19, I'll be putting a link in the description below. If you find this video helpful or entertaining, share this video with your friends. I thank you so much for watching it this far into the video. I'll see you in my next one.